Mocasayz and Kirsten G. Beautiful, strong queens, come and listen to 3. Peace and love comes naturally. Powerful, outspoken women listen happily.
Baby, you can't do nothing with these All is about them. Baby, it's all about the welcome. Hello. Hey guys. Greetings and salutations.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Welcome to the POW experience.
POW Radio.
What's up, y'all? For real. Listen, I am so excited that we're back, and I know you guys are so excited that we're back. And we looking all brand new with our little sin.
Yeah, you see it?
And everything.
And whatnot.
And what have you. So listen, just like the intro said, I got my girl Z and Kirsten G with
Hey guys.
me. And the setup for the show is a little different than what we used to do back in the day, some couple of years ago. But it's still going to be fire. We still going to be connecting to people. We're still going to be talking about any and everything, and including you in all that we talk about.
And feel free to comment below. Join in the conversation.
Yes, please join in the conversation. So listen, up first, we're going to always check in with Kirsten, because if you follow her on Instagram at I am Kirsten G, you already know that it is something always going on with Kirsten.
Yeah.
So we like to check in to see what's really happening in her world, because it's all over the place sometimes, and it's just enjoyable.
Yes, it's exciting. Always.
It's so
Has you on your edge of your seat.
Yes. So tell us, Kirsten, what's been going on?
I am preparing for the holidays. Actually, happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody.
Not belated. Is that
something?
I mean, you say
happy
belated birthday.
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
I mean, it's in the past.
Okay. I'm with you.
Happy Thanksgiving. That was in the past.
A couple of days ago.
I know I'm not the only one who says that. Maybe I am.
You are. Probably. Well, comment below if you
comment
below. Happy belated Thanksgiving. She's the only one.
She made that up right now. Only on POW Radio.
Only on POW Radio. I'm getting prepared for the holidays and getting ready to put up a Christmas tree. I'm really excited about that, and trying to get in like my decors of what's going on. I mean, what I want to put on there.
Your color scheme.
Yeah, but then I realized, I'm putting up this tree to get in the Christmas spirit, but it's not going to be no Christmas presents up under this. So really, why am I putting up a Christmas
that part
tree?
of the decor.
Yeah, you can do empty boxes with beautiful wrapping paper.
I could probably do that. Yeah, because, I'm
How
just
big is the tree? You may only need like 3 boxes.
So, listen, I didn't know.
Don't do her tree like that.
I can't really talk.
I'm getting a 6-foot tree. And it's all white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl, that's taller than me.
Why would you get a tree your size?
I ain't never had a tree. I never had a tree.
It ain't
You're supposed to get on the ladder and put that stone there.
Is that
Be careful on the ladder. Didn't you hurt your foot? Be careful.
It's still actually swollen to this day.
To this day.
But it's working. But I'm getting the holiday spirit. I don't know about you guys. So I was told that you're supposed to put your tree up after Thanksgiving, but I couldn't find a tree after Thanksgiving because everybody was in the store, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. It's not going down. So Amazon will, politely deliver my tree at my door.
Are you doing the white tree?
Yeah, white tree, and I'm doing green, silver, and like gold ornaments on there. Because it goes to my living room. So that's kind of what's going on with me. Has anybody else put up their Christmas tree? Is it just nobody? Okay.
I have never put up a Christmas tree since I've lived on my own.
Well, I have for the boys once or twice.
Me neither, and that's why I wanted to do it this year because I've never done it, and I wanted to really get into that.
I never spent the holidays
spirit.
at home, so I just.
So what's the
but
point?
I keep telling myself I'm gonna at least do a wreath or
That's
something
what
on my door.
But no.
You got a whole house
there yet. I know.
A whole house. She ain't gonna do it.
Shame on me.
She not gonna do it.
So I'm getting ready for the Christmas holiday. Is anybody else getting ready for Christmas holiday? I know we got some comments here. We got some people tuned in. This is amazing. I feel great.
I know. On Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. The POW experience. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a friend.
Yes. So, I'm getting into the Christmas spirit, you guys. I'll be probably filming this on my page. I am Kirsten G. You guys want to follow there. And I'll probably also do it on the POW Experience on our page, so make sure you guys follow us on all platforms, because I don't know which one I'm going to do it on. I'll be putting up a Christmas tree and probably messing it up because I don't really know the instructions of how to do it. So this is what we're going to do this year.
You can do it.
Let's check in with the comments to see if anybody else is in the holiday spirit.
I know, is anybody else in the holiday spirit? I just got into it like today. But
right now.
Today. I'm excited. I'm so ready for Christmas and ready for the new year. Also, another thing that's going on with me is I'm doing 30-day self-care going to the new year. So each day you're doing something that is like getting you back into that.
Is that what that nap was for earlier?
That nap I really
that's
every day.
So today was actually declutter day. So I needed to go in to basically get all the stuff that you just don't need. Do you know how much stuff just accumulates over the years? Hell, even a month.
You don't have to tell me.
So today was all about decluttering. So I'm still actually doing that.
I was about to say it's gonna take me a couple of months.
But it's gonna take me a minute. But I still have the whole 30 days, and that's really getting me back into that place and really ready to like crush and kill 2021. You know?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. Great idea.
Yes.
All right, so let's holler at the comments. Let's see what's going on over there.
Well, Diamond 81K said yes, she puts up a tree every year. And she has already put up her tree right after Thanksgiving.
See, I knew you were supposed to do that. I'm late, Diamond.
Some people do it with their family.
I bet Diamond got kids. That's why she put that tree up.
Well, yeah, because the kids probably be like.
Sometimes people do it after like Thanksgiving. If
I had a coworker this year that was
tree
like
trimming
October, and he was already like, "Listen, it's been a rough 2020. I think I'm gonna throw these Christmas decorations up now." This is October.
Yeah, I saw some houses with stuff. I was
he
like,
was
really?
ready.
Well, what else was they gonna do this year? It's nothing to do.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but don't no. Well, that's just as bad.
You could have
tomorrow.
found Santa Claus.
I mean, next year
we could have went to the North Pole back in
came back. Well, next year people will still have the lights up by March. So
that's true. People do keep their lights.
Because
I don't know what they bill
Christmas
like,
experience I'm going through, it's gonna stay up for a minute.
wow.
Probably to February.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's taking it too far, but
comment below.
How long do you keep your
tell me how long you keep a
arrangement?
Christmas tree up. I do not know how long. This is my first Christmas tree I'm putting up as an adult. I don't know how long to put it up. I heard it came with a lot of instructions, so I don't know. Let's go through this together.
Like a book for holiday.
Amazon.
You need a whole book. I'm sure. It's like a holiday book for what to do during the holidays.
Yeah, I read it, and some of the stuff didn't really apply to me. It was like more of getting into the Christmas spirit. Like, what do you do? Especially like if you were like coming from a down place in your life, and then how do you do it? It's like watch a whole bunch of Christmas movies. But these Christmas movies are actually making me sadder. Like,
check that off your list. Do not watch any Christmas movies.
Yeah, but that was last week. Today's a new day. 30 days So now
that self-care took it.
Okay.
Quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I am going to be decluttering everything, getting into the holiday spirit, and yeah.
That's what
all right. So listen, as you can see, there's always something going on.
Please still comment below on when do I need to put my Christmas tree up. I don't know the answer to that.
Whenever you want to.
I would like to hear from the audience.
She don't trust us.
That's how you do
and that's why we about to wrap up.
Okay, wrap
your
it
whole
up.
month segment. Wrap it up.
Mm.
Listen, I got my girl Z over here, and it doesn't matter what we talking about as a unit. She always pops out with some random facts. So I had to allow her to share them with you guys because it's always a random.
Yes, random facts.
Okay, so I wanted to share some interesting things because I don't know if anybody follows me anywhere. I'm always into something deep and something that everybody is not on. So I recently found out.
Not everybody not on.
Really? I mean, I'm fighting most of the time with
such
the
an
people.
individual.
Right. I'm fighting mostly with the people that ain't on. But one fact, and I'm going to post these things. So, I mean, you can ask questions, but I'm going to post it. So ask your deeper questions then. But So if you guys have heard, everybody's been like referring to go to DuckDuckGo as opposed to using Google.
I did see that somewhere.
What?
DuckDuckGo, to use that as a browser
Instead of Google.
as opposed to
Google
Google.
saves so much information.
Right, but actually,
Uh-oh.
fact. Google is the first name among other celebrities and politicians that we all know that is under an indictment that went and was filed. Y'all can't see, sorry. In February of this year. And let me tell you what it's for.
Google, wait a minute. What's the fact? Google?
I'm about to tell you.
Don't go on Google.
United States District Court of Southern District of California. The PARSA. AI organization. Okay, so listen. The AI organization, Inc., Cyrus A. PARSA, the world's people, victims of persecution, rape, torture, concentration camps, sex, human and organ trafficking, and organ harvesting in China, Hong Kong, America, and around the world, not limited to democracy activists, felon practitioners, a bunch of stuff I can't pronounce. Judges, lawyers, journalists, tortured and killed in China. So basically, all those things that I named, okay, there's an organization, an AI organization, that is basically going after Google and some other names I'm not going to say because we're going to get too deep. And this is why, for the misuse of artificial intelligence, cybernetics, robotics, biometrics, facial recognition, bioengineering, biotechnology, 5G, 6G, and quantum computing technology, endangering all the world's people, endangering the human race with the misuse of artificial intelligence and technology.
So the fact is that they are suing these people.
These people are going after Google and a list of other people for these things,
But
because
they've
been using
suing them.
It's a
Okay.
fact. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people don't like to believe stuff. That's why I'm going to post it, the document, because it is a fact. I think
they're
y'all argue
suing.
with that this is actually going down. That Google is the number one, and this is why people are saying don't use Google.
Okay.
Use DuckDuckGo, because you can't trust Google because of all of the stuff that they're involved in.
I use it for a
behind
lot
the
of my
scenes.
clients because I need
I
it for the
know.
traffic.
What, Google or
Google business.
I
Yeah,
did read.
switch to DuckDuckGo.
I did read about switching to DuckDuckGo, but I feel like all internet engines or websites are going to be the
Well,
same.
you guys
They're all
comment
gonna
below. I mean, if you know anything
Comment
about
below,
it,
and like I said, I'm gonna
this
post
is
it
a random
probably
fact I
tonight.
knew nothing about.
Right, that's why.
And I got lost in the whole.
I got
Right.
because it was very deep. It was so much
It
It was so
information.
many names. I was
I
like,
didn't
is
even know.
the
Right.
fact the lawsuit or the what is
Or
it?
All
the
of
fact
it.
of
The
China
fact-
going against Google. I don't
No,
know.
no. Google is part of all of those things using AI, biometrics, 5G,
There are a lot of
all
companies
of
do
those
that, so they
things.
should just go after everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Artificial
post
intelligence.
But post
that.
it because that ain't the topic of today.
It's not, but I had to say
That
that.
is a random fact.
Second fact, this is another deep one, and then I got two fun ones.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
want
gonna
the fun
post
one.
this one as well. There are
Got
tunnels.
lost.
There are tunnels around the world that are used to house, traffic, torture, etc., children and other people. And there is footage, because it is a fact, because a lot of people don't think that they exist. And I will be posting that as well. The other two facts that are fun, which I thought I should do. The fun fact about KG is we used to call her Telemundo.
Not exposing secrets.
That's fine.
Because that's a good one. Because
It's
every
hilarious.
time we went somewhere, everywhere we went, she did this her inner Latina came out, and she did this little move with this little hand
It was just the
gesture.
one hand. Though.
Like, it
was
seemed like she
just-
needed a fan in her
It
hand.
was
Like,
just this one hand.
you know, like boom, boom, boom. Yes, so that is my fun fact about KG. And the fun fact about me and Keisha,
No, ma'am.
yes ma'am, we met in college, Alabama A&M University.
Oh, go Bulldogs!
Yes! And
A&M
we
Go
alum.
there.
And we started the National Broadcasting Society and Alpha Epsilon Rho National Broadcasting Fraternity, first chapter at our university. So that's a fun fact about
That is a fun fact.
Yeah, see?
Shout out to A&M.
Okay.
I went to Payne College, guys. So
Yeah.
shout out.
HBCU.
HBCU.
Payne College out there.
Yeah.
HBCU.
What's
Keep
your
my life
mascot?
well. Huh?
What's your mascot?
Mascot? What was our mascot?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I think it
And
was
you
a
done
lion.
shouted out.
No, ma'am.
Everything.
You don't know your mascot.
They
I
didn't
don't
have a
think you
football
started
team.
that
But
question.
y'all didn't have a basketball team.
You
right?
only had a basketball
But
team.
what was theirs? Didn't they?
I'm pretty sure it was the Lions.
Oh, you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Comment below if you went to
What
pre-college.
was your mascot?
Apparently, y'all have a bad representation of it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we can't go by her. I'm gonna need y'all to let
Well,
us
y'all
know what
named out y'all
mascot is.
colleges, and I felt bad. Now I feel even worse because I forgot the
Google it. You said you still use Google. No, just go it. It'll give you the accurate. But yep, that's my fun facts and my serious facts. I'm gonna post those things if you have any questions or anything.
She said,
It'll
I'm
be there.
pretty sure. The Lions.
Yeah, I think she gets that.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Let me
I'm
get
gonna be
myself
lying.
back.
I hope it's a lie for your sake.
Diamond 81K. So you need to put your tree up now, and you must take it down the week after New Year's.
Oh,
no
okay.
February.
No February.
I'm a week late. I'm gonna have to keep it up an extra week just because
But
I done went through all this.
February though.
Speaking.
Oh.
Speaking. And extra
Wait, I
week
can
is not
put it in.
February.
So you take it up, you take it down in last week in January.
Last week.
What did you just say?
She said take it down the
After-
first week after
after
New
New
Year.
Year.
And you can keep it up an extra week, but that still ain't February.
Okay, mid-January. All right, I'm gonna do that. Thank y'all. Y'all are so helpful. Even though I just did what I wanted to do, I just want to be around that gauge. I want
You
to
know-
be, I want to have a.
I want somebody to drop something that she wasn't gonna pick up.
Right. She wanted to be in the vicinity. She wanted to be adjacent to
I
what
just
they
want to be a little
Probably
bit
better.
That's it.
You want to be the side of their advice. That's what you want.
Listen,
See?
and I got it.
You got it, girl. You did, girl.
Okay, so what we talking about today?
Listen, I was trying to get to my Zen space before that comment came in because I got taken aback with something with Kirsten and the random facts. But
Well, at least
today,
you know your mascot.
I do. I do know those bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
gonna work on you though because
We got-
I
yeah,
love
You can look it up.
HBCUs.
You're in college. It's a line.
No.
ma'am.
We-
We'll come back a little later. your time's up. Listen, guys. Okay, look.
No, leave me
Today's
alone.
topic is closure is fictitious. So I want to make sure that you guys are understanding exactly what I mean when we say closure is fictitious. I had a conversation a few weeks back with a friend of mine, and of course it was all around a guy, and she was talking to or dating, and it just kind of fizzled out. Like, you know, what the young people say, he ghosted her. Like, just stop replying, stop calling. And so she felt like she needed some type of closure in the relationship. And I told her, girl, no, you don't. Closure is fictitious. Like, that closure is only because you want to hold on to that relationship. But apparently he's let go, so you got to figure out a way to let go too. So comment below, what do you think? Do you think closure is fictitious? And then I'm going to ask Z, how do you feel? Do you think closure is a fictitious thing? Because I personally feel like closure is putting the responsibility on someone else to give you some type of
I think it
finish.
depends on the person because closure is a personal thing. Now, some people give that responsibility to someone to be like the stimulus to say, if you do this, then that will give me closure. But ultimately, it goes back to you of what you feel, whatever that situation is from closure.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's my responsibility to put closure on something. Like, whatever I take from that relationship, then I have to define, okay, I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying?
And then closure can be different things. It just depends on, what works for you. What type of things. Do you need to have a conversation? Do you need to have one last roll in the hay? Do you need to... It's a lot of different closures out here now.
There's
I'm
a lot.
trying to
That's
say.
a funny one to tell.
That is true.
I'm just trying to say.
Just
That
for
is
some
true.
people, like I've gotten 2 closure text messages, which was ridiculous.
From a guy.
Oh,
Yes,
they
Like
did
a real male.
like a real male.
and did he put the word closure in it?
Yes.
Oh
It
no!
was
No!
And-
Clutch my pearls.
I think I at first I thought it was a joke because I was like, "Are you serious?" Because like we're not
No,
even
ma'am.
for real. Like, but
He broke up with you and y'all wasn't even together.
amazing.
Girl,
It happened.
it happens. That
But-
happens too.
For him, he needed to send a message so that he won't think about the situation anymore, and that was a part of his closure. That was a part of his process. And I get it. I respect it. I mean, because sometimes
Did he need a response though?
I had to respond because I was like,
Whether he needed it or not, she was always.
well, the thing with this particular
Because that's
type
your
of closure.
Okay, that was your part.
This
of
particular type of closure was basically at a period where it's like you can't text somebody at 2:00 in the morning, waiting for them to do it in the morning. I feel like there's still like a lot of growing up to do from that perspective. But if that's what you needed to do for the sake of this topic,
I definitely would have ignored.
It was just like. I was like, "Are you a joke?" I was like, "This is a joke," and I just left like 20,000 like laughing faces.
But I get having to get your last little because that's yes. For me that's my closure. And I hate when somebody I'll be into it with somebody and then they just cut me off and like it's like wait a minute no I have some other stuff to say like I got
you mean like y'all in a conversation
like I gotta stop talking if we on a text or if we on a phone call. No, I need to get it out. I need to say,
I don't think
let it out.
I need to say, let it out.
It's closure for me because
that's
once I've said
on
everything,
situation though. That's not closure on a relationship.
It is.
But everyone is different though. Keisha, and that's what I think
it is.
Everyone is very different on what their process of closure is.
I agree.
I just have to get out whatever it is that I'm feeling or saying or thinking or whatever. Once I've completed that, I'm good. Like. We've talked about this before. Even if I write it down or type it out, I just have to get it out of me. Because if I don't, it's going to drive me crazy. Because then I'm going to be thinking of new stuff I should have said. And I could have explained it this way.
And for me, I'm the queen of okay. Like, I'm the queen of okay, shut it down, move on. Like, that's me. I don't want to put that much energy into somebody that doesn't have the respect enough for me to even engage in a conversation about whatever the situation is, whether it's a friendship or an actual relationship. So I'm the queen of, okay, I'm done. Like if you even if we're in a conversation about something and it gets heated in a discussion and you feel like you would rather not say anything else, you would just want to hang up or not text back, I might give you a day. I might, and that's just really being generous, but I'm done. You ain't got to worry about me calling you back to finish my statement. You ain't got to worry about me texting you to figure out why you hung up. Like, I'm pretty much done. Like, I'm the queen of that.
Yeah,
I guess I should say this, though. I should put a caveat. I mean, I'm the queen of that unless you mean something to me.
Yeah.
If you mean something to me, then I probably won't let it end like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also the queen of letting things just fizzle away. So many people have come in and out my life just naturally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the queen of that too.
I think I'm definitely I have become the queen of blocking because I feel like for me it's not the fact that I don't like want to entertain this situation anymore. Well, I don't want to entertain the situation anymore. I feel like it's just toxic because I'm going back and forth and I'm I need to close this chapter because it's not healthy for me to keep staying in here thinking about all this other stuff. So that's like the first step. And then I want to write down everything and then let it go.
Right.
That's where I am probably now. I think like last couple of weeks ago, I was like, I'm trying to get into that place. And that's been helpful for just like reevaluating me. What do I need right now in order for me to move forward?
Yeah, that's where I am with setting boundaries. Like,
yes,
I'm the person that, especially like if it's somebody I care about, I'm gonna be the person 9 times out of 10 to come and try to rectify a decision or try to talk about or at least explain my side. So because I care and value that. But I'm to the point now to where even in that, I have boundaries. Like I even told my son, you can apologize and take accountability for something, but you ain't got to keep apologizing to nobody.
Yeah.
Like, days and hours and years.
Well, then it don't feel genuine anyway.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. But some people put that pressure on you. But I'm cool. Like, I set a boundary. Like, this don't work for me. I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking you to do something, but it don't work for me. And if I need to just step back, then I step back. And now I'm just glad I'm to the point to where it doesn't bother me. Me being okay with that is my closure.
That's the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
That
me being okay with that, I just be like,
that's the
best. Once you have that release, like you felt like you had a burden on you, and then once you released it, you're like, oh my god, like I feel like.
I think the biggest issue to me for closure.
Not Tina Turner.
I can't. You see how I just kind of skipped over that? And then she with the rolling. I tried to move past that. I tried to.
I don't know.
I really tried. I tried to talk over that part because I saw her going deep. left.
We have any comments about closure?
Yeah. Anybody is what are some of your steps that you take?
Oh, you know what? Before we
To
get to
go
the comments, this is what I want to say. I don't want people to think that me saying closure is fictitious, meaning that you guys can't have closure. But I personally feel like closure is giving somebody else control over that aspect of your life. And because I'm a control, because I'm a control freak, period, I can't allow somebody else to have control over whether I'm done with that relationship or not. And that's what I mean when I say closure is fictitious. All right, let's shoot it to the comments. What's up?
All right, so we have 2 comments. The first one is ultimately everyone gets closure, whether it's immediate or down the line when paths may cross again.
I don't know.
Because what if my path never cross you? I think your closure gonna have to be you being okay with whatever that situation is.
But if you do cross paths with that person, did you really get the closure that you needed, or
if
does
you
it
feel
come
like,
back up?
Oh, that's true.
That is what I think.
Why would you be crossing paths?
Y'all might hang around the same place.
I mean,
I
you
ran
bump into somebody down the road.
And then
I've
if
had
you
a
can say
situation-
hello, then you got closure. If you can't say anything, you don't.
Well, I've had a situation where, like, I've had a bad relationship or whatever, and then after years of seeing that person after, then it's like we talked about what happened then, and it's like, oh, okay, that's where you were, that's where I was. Like, oh, you know, it's kind of
but then you're good after that. You're like,
then
I'm
it's like,
good. We're good.
I don't know if I've ever had a conversation like that.
I have.
I have.
I've had plenty of those conversations, and it feels
Listen, if
great.
I have,
It
I've already
does.
grown.
I just feel like having an understanding, and when you're to a place to where you can accept the other person's viewpoint, and then that gives you an understanding of the bigger picture, then that's just like, oh, like a refreshing feeling. Even if
You know what? Maybe I haven't had that type of conversation because I'm okay with people being who they are on that level, and I just deal with them on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever have to go to a place where I felt like we didn't connect again. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's several people that I've come in contact with, and we may have been really cool at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day talking, going out, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then at some point, something transitioned, and we stopped doing that everyday conversation. But it wasn't that we stopped being cool. You know what I'm saying? I still spoke when I saw him. We still had general conversations, but we just were never that close. And I just, to me, that was okay. You know, it was just, it was okay. I didn't need, I guess, quote unquote, closure to end that part of our relationship.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're interpreting closure, because you got closure when you said okay and you was.
It's mine. Yeah, I got that. I grabbed hold of that and took that.
So that's your version of closure.
You're right. That is it, honey. Because I'm good with that.
Okay.
Like, okay.
What's the other comment that we have?
Be scared when Keisha say okay, y'all. Okay, comment below.
They have different types of meaning too, honey. So you better ask if you don't know.
For real.
I'm quick with okay.
Closure may look different for different people. It's all dependent upon the type of relationship or how much that person may mean to you. So
I agree.
Whether it's a friendship or a relationship you were engaged in with a spouse or partner, or versus just relationships with family, because some people don't deal with their family. So it's still some type of
think my closure has transitioned because it used to be like a value based off of who you were in my life. And now it's more of a value of how you affect my life. So whether you're family or not, if you're crossing the boundaries that I set, then I have to be like, that's my closure. Like, ooh, that's my boundary. When you cross my boundary, closure. Like, I'm not doing it. So I just think it's kind of transitioned, because before it was more so like, this is my best friend, or this is my sister, or whoever, you know, and
just trying to hold on to something that you probably shouldn't have been holding on to.
Right, exactly. For too long with two, you know, friends, all kind of situations and things that you just hold on to because you value the time that you've invested in conversations and vacations and all kind of things. So you value that and you want to hold on to that when you really should just let it go because it's not beneficial to your well-being. So now I'm like, my well-being is priority. So if you are going to come and interrupt my peace, then I'm going to throw up the peace.
Which is why I'm good at the okay.
I have a little twist question, and it goes
I think
with
that's
this.
good. That comes with growth. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
So, we all have these, you know, our friends, and, you know, they may come to us and talk to us about, you know, that one situation that we're just hoping that they will just let it go. What is your approach in helping your friends get to that point of closure, especially when it's time that it's past expiration time?
I don't think you could. You
No.
can. Adults, it's hard for adults to try to convince another adult to do something that they're not ready to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's hard to do that. I mean, you can just continue to be there for your friend. We can talk about it as many times as you want to. I probably would get to the point where I'm repeating my advice, you know what I'm saying, or my concern.
I have two good examples.
But
for
I
that.
wouldn't. There's nothing I can do about it.
Keisha's a good example, and my
Oh,
friend
Lord.
Robin is a good example. Shut up! Like I'm gonna keep saying something bad about you.
I mean, so much has
No.
transpired in our lives.
For real, but no. You guys have watched me go through like probably the worst time of my life, and from different perspectives, neither one of you ever told me what to do. You explained to me how you felt. You explained to me how you felt watching me go through it, but you never imposed or you never treated me differently because I didn't do it when you wanted me to or whatever. And one thing Robin used to always say is like, you got to go through your own process, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there. You got to go through your own process. And she, you know, be honest. But I think you should, I think this about the situation. But I know you're going to do your own thing and you're going to go through your own process. And it's good to have people around you to do that, because when you're going through stuff, you have all kind of things, emotions, all kind of stuff around you. And one of the biggest things is feeling alone. So to have people like, okay, I see you struggling. I don't have the answers. It's going to be okay. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I can't, but I'm still going to be here. You know, and I just think that's important.
And I think from a
agree.
friend's perspective,
Friend's
it's hard.
Yeah.
I can see how hard that could be hard when you see your friend in a situation that you want so badly to help. You know what I'm saying? You want so badly for them to get it the way you see it on the outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's a difficult process, but the biggest thing, if any of your friends are going through that, the biggest thing I would say is to leave the window of communication open, because you don't ever want your friend to feel like they can't express themselves to you, because then they shelter off and you don't know what's going on with them, and it could get to a place there's no way for them to come back. And so I would never ever want anybody to feel like that. You and even you. I don't want anybody to feel like they cannot express themselves to me. So if you are a friend of mine, you got my number, you on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, if you ever ask me anything, you're going to notice that the things that I say is just to leave the door open for you to make the decision. I always lead with pray about it, but I'm definitely going to listen and tell you what I would do and things that I would even suggest. But I'm always in with, you know what you want to do when you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're ready, because I used to tell Zane all the time, some of the things that she came to were some of the things that we talked about. And I wanted her to do that then, but she had to go through that journey to get to the point where I was already at 3 months ago. But I realized even in that transition that it was worth the journey for her, because her perspective, the outcome of it was way better than her just doing something that somebody told her to do.
Right. Yeah.
All right, come here.
Yeah. So I wanted to throw it from a different perspective. We were always talking about ourselves, but then how do we support our friends too? Because you see it all the time. I mean, it could be any type of thing or whatever, but
I just, like you said, I just listen. But all my friends know that I am opinionated and I am going to speak my piece. So I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. But like she said, I'm going to end it with, but you going to do what you want, girl. But shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say my little piece.
And, you know, we always tend to just leave it open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have that open, like I said, you don't ever want nobody to shun or be shut out from just being able to communicate. I mean,
and I think that comes from also being emotional just because you care about that person and you don't want to see them suffer. So you want them so badly to,
get some
do
closure.
Yes.
Close it.
Close it. Shut the door.
I think even
Like
with
it.
Your name a drastic.
the closure process, I definitely have learned from my mistakes, lessons learned, and being able to kind of reevaluate myself and like the different things moving forward that I don't want to be like put myself in a repetitive situation to where it's like, well, I've already been down this phase before. I kind of already see where it's going. I don't want to be placed there
But that's a good place to be because you can see it. A lot of people aren't in a place where they can see it and say that they notice that they're in a cycle.
Yeah.
Most people are just in that cycle, just going.
But I think
going.
part of being in that cycle is holding somebody else accountable for your closure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Good
stop letting people control your closure, then you can get to a space where you're realizing the mistakes you made,
Right.
holding yourself accountable for the things that happen in that relationship, whether it's friendship or relationship, and you can find your boundaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you still waiting on somebody else to close that door, then honey, that door is wide open and all your issues just out there.
Flies coming in there.
Not flies.
Flies.
I just see the screen door.
That's
all.
She said them issues stink.
What is our
I just
audience
see y'all
feeling?
letting
What are they
flies
talking
in.
about out here?
So a question was posed.
Yes.
Is there any situation where closure is needed and necessary?
At 41, I'm going to say no. But
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm saying yes too.
Whatever and whenever you need it.
Well,
whatever you need for your peace and your sanity at whatever age, time,
Requires
place, or
closure.
whatever requires
I'm
closure.
saying no, nobody else should be able to give that to you.
Right.
Closure is always needed for you. But as far as somebody else giving you closure, no.
Is that what she said? She needed somebody.
She
to
said,
closure.
well, she just said, what was the
The
question?
question
Was there
is there any
a need?
situation where closure is needed or necessary? Not necessarily that person is giving you closure, but
you
is
need
closure. You
Yes,
need
for
closure.
sure.
Right. And then I'm
Yes.
saying yes to that.
Yes.
But no to somebody else.
Whatever situation is blocking the peace.
And then when we say, I know we touched on this last time too, when we say like someone else giving you closure in the sense of just say you need to know why that person did this, to you or abused you or whatever.
Or you want an apology.
Or you want an apology.
They need to explain what
did.
was wrong with you in the relationship, or giving them control over your issues or whatever that is that you're dealing with, or whatever the relationship was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that part of closure is fictitious.
I don't think it's fictitious. I just think it's not healthy and realistic.
It's not that. Well, maybe I shouldn't say closure is fictitious. Maybe I should say closure is not anyone's else responsibility.
I agree with that.
I'll say that.
Yes,
I'll say
yes.
that. It's not fictitious.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's
but
very
I don't
real.
think it's
I feel like it's
anybody
real. Yeah.
else's
Yeah.
responsibility but yours.
But yours,
Yes.
right? And what you feel like you need for closure, and
Yeah.
ultimately, it's going to be you making the choice whether to accept or whatever the situation is and deal with it and move on and grow from it.
And it may not always be something that you did. Like sometimes people are just waiting for somebody to tell them, "Well, why you stop talking to me?" Or "Why we not friends no more?" But it may have nothing to do with you or who you are. You know what I'm saying? It may have everything to do with what that person got going on in their life.
Right.
I actually went through that, Keisha, and I used to be on that train where it's like I needed clarity on like what is it that I could have done or what did I do, because I clearly didn't understand what I did wrong or whatever. But when I started evaluating the situation a little bit more, 9 times out of 10, it really didn't have anything to do with me. It was whatever they were going through at
she
that
started
particular
bringing
time.
closure to herself.
And then I was just like, oh, okay. But they told me this. I was still searching for these answers. Like, well, what did I do? And then they're like, well, Kirsten, what makes you think it's you? It's me. I'm going through something right now. And I'm like, well, I would appreciate you to told me this.
But that's not their responsibility.
Did you hear they was going through something?
Right.
Yes, but I was like, but then I felt like, well, you're,
But let me piggyback
But that's
on
not
that
their
because I
responsibility
understand.
either,
But let
though.
me
It's
piggyback
like you're
on this because
you-
I was actually thinking.
I feel like that's selfish.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
Because
I
I was
agree.
actually thinking about this. So crazy. I was thinking about this today. In all that I've been going through, and I've been so consumed with everything that I've been going through, that it dawned on me today that I've been selfish in that, because my friends have been going through things as well in their lives, but
Yes.
I've been too wrapped up in mine to be there for them in that same way. And then, like you say, you get in a position where you be like, well, why is this or why is that?
Yeah,
you
you're
know
like,
what I'm
well,
saying?
like, what did I do wrong to you?
Right.
Are you okay? Like, and
All I do
sometimes
is
you
say
can
happy
try to-
birthday.
Right, yeah.
you can look back and be like, well, did I say like some effed up things, or like was my action wrong? Was I too fly at the mouth? I don't know.
Not too fly at the mouth.
I don't know, but I'm
You don't
like
get side
asking,
mouth, do you?
but then I feel like, I mean, I needed that piece, and that's what something that I was holding on as far a part of my closure because I don't know what I did to this person.
And that's
once
the part
they finally
of that
said that, hey, it had nothing to do with you. I was just going through something at that time. I just, kind of just stepped back. I'm like, well, you could have stepped back.
And
with
that's
a
the
text
part
message,
of the other side of the friend that's going through something that she should still be courteous enough to say that, to not just be like, well, I'm going through something, so like basically F me. How you feel about the situation or all this crazy stuff you might be thinking.
Yeah.
Because I'm going through something.
I'm like, well, we're friends, so like, why would you not say that?
Yeah. I feel like that's part of the level of friendship because if one of you guys were going through something, you would say. And I would be like,
hey,
okay,
girl, I'm going through something. I'm gonna need a few days. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I would say, although I'm very internal, so I probably would never say.
Yeah,
but but I feel like you guys would say, you know what I'm saying, that you feel some kind of way. And even if you didn't say because of the type of friends we are, I can tell.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if that person did not hold that responsibility dear, then they really wasn't that level of friendship that you put on to them. You know, so like you were a better friend to them than they were to you. Not to discredit whatever they were going through, but whatever they were going through was way more important for them to deal with as opposed to share with.
Yeah.
I would just like to say to all my friends that I apologize for being selfish because I was going through it.
I want to apologize to my friends too.
I was going through it and y'all saw me and I just didn't see y'all. And I'm sorry.
Something really deep, but you just don't. You feel like
you lost in it.
Yeah,
it's too much, and it's like I have to close off. But then now I'm putting myself back in their situation. Like, oh, I get it, but because I didn't see the bigger picture, or because I needed closures, I thought I did something to you. I needed to fall back, like with the okay, girl. But I wasn't strong enough
when
for
some of my friends are going.
I'm emotional
because I like text them and be like, "Y'all, let's have like a girls' night. Let's all come up to my house." And everybody always be like, "We don't want to come all the way over."
Okay.
But they really
always live the
But
furthest.
they really need to come. And when they
I'm
come,
sorry. Random fact.
Don't y'all have
Random fact. I'm sorry, guys.
Wait, let's get
random
clear.
fact.
Don't y'all have the best time in relax, relate, release when y'all come?
Bring it back.
After y'all get there.
Wait a minute.
After y'all get there.
Random fact.
Keisha stays the furthest from everybody.
Always.
We used to go to her house every day for these girls' nights and closure nights.
After leaving the club from working at 3 or 4, we would drive an hour
to Keisha's house. And I used to stay over there for weeks.
Several days.
It's too far.
Kirsten would stay for weeks. Do you hear me?
Kirsten was low key, boy.
Baby, we was half owner in Papa John's because I don't cook.
Not half owner.
We would order Papa John's every single day. But this was a random fact. Keisha wants everybody to come to her house and she stays the furthest.
And she always stays
You guys are welcome.
Yeah. Just make sure you got gas in your car.
But I say all of that while they trying to random fact
closure. I need a closure from that drive.
Why they trying to random fact?
We need closure from the distance.
I say all of that to say that a true friend will know when you need those type of moments.
Yes, that's true.
true.
And those moments were actually really all the moments
Have always been. Remember the Birdie party?
Oh, we used to have all the time there.
Despite the distance, it was worth it. Well, it was worth it because I got to stay for a couple of weeks. It would have been worth it. I had to go all the way back home because I stayed so far.
Well, I had kids, so I had to drive back and forth.
I was young, single.
There was even times where everybody, the whole family.
You did, and we all ate cereal together.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's only Keisha's meal: cereal, Papa John's.
You will get cereal at Keisha's house, y'all. Okay,
and wine.
And wine. Wine and cereal, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And mileage on your car. So will.
The food of champions.
Lord.
All right, we got to go comments. Because we done deviated from this whole
we're talking about closure. I needed closure.
Topic.
I think you needed closure. I think we needed to express to you how we felt about you.
After all these years. It's released. I feel lighter.
What? I feel closer.
First of all, y'all done already relieved and said all of this to me privately. Y'all just gonna get on here on this public forum Until the world.
There were still a couple of sentences that I needed to say.
Yeah, we still, it was
Didn't
just
get
a
out.
little bit more closure we needed. Just a little bit.
We
This
got
is
it
the same
out.
conversation that we have every time I say let's have. But first of all, comment below.
If you live the furthest from your
No,
friends.
no.
Yes, comment below.
And you
live the
always
first.
want somebody to come to
Comment
your house.
below if you're the only one that suggests having girls' night and for people to come over. Because you ain't never invited me over for no girls'
Yeah, that's
night.
true.
You ain't never invited me over
That's
for
true.
no girls' night. It's always moi. So if
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the one
true.
that's doing the inviting, y'all got to do the comment.
Listen, and I see where
That's
you're
true.
going with that.
But I had issues at my house. Nobody want to be there.
I
I didn't
have
want to
any
be
issues.
there.
I just
Okay,
need-
for the record.
Well, we're gonna have a girls' night at my house.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, and
okay.
we gotta watch The Last Dragon.
You know what? I saw it on there.
You
I
actually
did not
saw
watch
it?
it.
She
I was
ain't
about to
watched
say.
that
Girl, I was about to be
I was
proud
trying
of
to
you,
find the
girl.
movie so I could put it on for her.
Okay, girl.
We're gonna watch The Last Dragon because I've never seen it before. That's my business.
Comment below.
No, but for real, comment below. So we was having a discussion prior to going live about The Last Dragon and how that being one of the Black superhero staple movies, and this one with less melanin now because
She
ain't
decreased
never
her melanin level.
She decreased her melanin level because she ain't never seen the movie and was so adamant, like she was okay.
And she didn't even know who Show Enough was, Bruce Leroy, none of that.
None of that.
Just
She ain't know nothing about the glow.
Excuse me.
Just
Y'all my business.
disrespectful.
Y'all just share my business.
So listen, if you are out there and you have never seen The Last Dragon, you have just decreased your melanin too.
First of
Sure
all,
did.
we're in this together, okay? We are fighting for our rights.
Stop the spread. Hashtag stop the spread. Stop the spread of this
We are going
nonsense.
to watch The Last Dragon live so that everybody is
We're
able
gonna do
to.
a watch party
Yeah, we'll do a watch party.
Of The
because
Last
of The Last
I've never
Dragon.
seen it before, and I'm proud to say I haven't seen it,
Don't be proud.
but a little disappointed because I can't get in on
You
the jokes.
can't be
so.
proud.
Yeah, you can't
That's
be
really
proud.
not
You can
something
be
to be
proud
proud
when you
about.
can get
We're
in
going
on
to
a
go
joke.
live with this, and we're gonna have a party at my house because it's closer to everything.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, look
It's
at
central.
her.
Central
It's
location.
central because you live 3 hours away from me.
Yeah,
Look at
I
her
know.
inviting someone to her.
I
home.
definitely got a plan. I got to take snacks and everything when I go to Keisha's.
I have brought a meal and had to cook there.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good too. Well, first of all, I have 2 extra bedrooms, so that's why people come to my house because you can always stay.
Yeah. You probably be there longer than she will.
Definitely.
You can stay.
You can stay.
You can stay. I'll be back.
I won't be there. Not for long. No, that's
For
true.
real.
All right, so listen, we done deviated from the whole topic, but I hope that all of you guys got something amazing out of this conversation. And we finalized that closure is not really fictitious, but closure is not someone else's responsibility. So to wrap it all up, Mocha says, make sure that you are accountable for your closure and don't allow anybody else to hold that for you.
Yes.
Sounds good?
Yes.
Right.
All right, wonderful.
Thank you guys for
Thank
watching.
you guys for tuning
First
in.
night live.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Join
Now-
us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, Facebook, Instagram, and on Thursdays you can catch it on
YouTube.
The
We're gonna
POW
upload it.
Experience.
So listen, tell a friend,
To tell a
to
friend.
tell a friend, tell a neighbor, to tell a friend.
POW Radio. It's Mocasayz and Kirsten G. Beautiful, strong queens, come and listen to 3. Peace and love comes naturally. Powerful, outspoken women listen happily.
You are now tuning in to POW Radio. Powerful, outspoken women. Starring Z Celeste, Mocasayz, and Christian G.